Powered by Riverside.
I need a pencil. Ooh, 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 ooh.
All right, Poppy, step into my office.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm going to show you an image. Tell me what you see. What do you think? Or what you feel.
This party.
After I show you something. Let me set myself a little bit behind you.
Oh, yeah, so we don't rig it.
Inadvertently. Ready?
Okay.
Let's go this way. Listo?
Okay.
Describe what you see or what comes to mind.
Oh, wow. Okay, today I see a mask. I see like the two eyes and like the two, I don't know what's coming down. It's like an old like an old Greek warrior, but a little more scary.
I see.
Man, two clouds are hugging.
I didn't even notice that. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I don't know enough Greek history. Yeah, freaking Greeks.
So this is one example of what is known as the Rorsach Ink Blot test.
Uh-huh.
So we were kind of throwing this idea out before.
Yeah.
And
that's one that's like, so how are you feeling? Like I'm sitting, we need a couch, right? Oh, so you sit, how are you feeling? And you see it and like, oh, I feel like that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're like talking about, like, you know what if we came up with our own version of the Rorschach test or the ink blot test? And this is one of the primary examples of what they start with. And there's like 10 classic examples of the ink blot. So figured, hey, well, let's do our own version and go with it. You know what I mean? And so we picked some specific visuals, right? Specific examples of like pop culture and just random, right?
Okay.
And so where did the ink blot come from? Or how did it come to be? I believe his name was Hermann Rorschach. Was he Swiss? I want to say Swiss.
Rorschach.
Hold on, let me look at my notes.
It sounds like middle Europe. It doesn't sound French.
No, it definitely does not. But he came up with this whole idea of the ink blot test as a psychological test, right? And so he did it on his patients, recorded their responses and analyzed that information to sort of interpret what people were going through. And this was a way for them to examine a person's personality, their characteristics, especially their emotional functioning. And so it also kind of goes on.
I always like translated as like, am I a nut job? And then it shows pictures. Like, I see a dragon. Wow, this kid's angry.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially because
see a ninja.
For a lot of
scary.
People,
Ninja's scary.
For a lot of people, a lot of their patients, it was hard for them to sort of to describe their thinking processes. And this was a way for them to sort of open up with some random images that really, they're not really anything.
You ever been hypnotized? You have?
Kind of.
Oh, no.
Well, no.
Was it a bad date?
No. It's a whole different story.
Okay.
It's a different part of my life I don't want to tap into. So I lost my train of thought now. But it was an attempt to hypnotize me. It was a long time, high school.
She was wearing green.
Yeah. She was a ginger.
Sorry, he's colorblind.
So yeah, maybe she wasn't a redhead. Yeah, maybe she had green hair.
That's right.
Anyways, so back to this. This was a way for psychiatrists to get their patients who were reluctant to describe their thinking processes openly. And so Hermann Rorschach is the person who came up with the original ink blot test. But then there's a variety of other ones.
Oh, I think he's German.
Okay, is he German?
It says German.
Yes. Okay, for some reason.
The pronunciation is German. Yeah. So I'm assuming.
So then the other part of it, which is why I kind of when I asked you the first image, I took a slight step back. What they do is they do this side by side seating when they do it, and it says it's sort of to mitigate the possibility that the examiner uh, won't influence the responses
Mm-hmm.
by sitting next to each other. So hey,
Yeah.
what do you see? Instead of being in front of you, like hey, what do you see, and kind of be like in an intimidating position.
That is intimidating.
It's kind of like a subconscious thing, I guess, or whatever. But it's also meant to facilitate a relaxed but controlled atmosphere by doing it this way.
So I'm not leaning on the couch?
No, I think that's a whole different.
We should ask the doc.
Thing. Yeah, should ask the doc. But let me show you another one. Here's another example. So, I mean, you haven't seen this one yet, but what do you see here?
I can't say. It's not school appropriate.
Okay, but that's it. That would tell me a lot. You know, if I'm your doctor, like the fact that you're like, oh, this isn't appropriate. That tells me, gives me some insight into what's going on in your head.
Obviously, I'm a pervert.
Yeah, so I was saying, man, you're a pervert.
Yeah.
But this one here, this is another example.
Kim and Ray J.
Some will say, oh, I see a face. Oh, I see a clown. Or I see two figures with a butterfly in the middle.
Oh, yeah, nose. Okay.
Yeah. So, but part of that process is comes in after where you see the images. They do sort of a second round. And the process of you explaining what you see is also data that they're collecting to get insight on what's in your freaking thought process, which kind of tells me you're a pervert. But anyways, that's a whole different story.
Apparently.
So here's one more. Here's a simple one.
All right.
And also I can show it to you in any angle.
I don't mind.
No, I'm saying it doesn't. Yeah. But it also.
I'm trying to stare at it.
No, here's another.
Just feed it.
Here's another example. Ink blot.
Oh, that's a butterfly, like moth. Okay.
But if I showed it to you this way,
I'm still tainted. Oh, a bat. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I smell you.
So it kind of depends on the way the picture is shown, right?
Yeah.
So
it's like, can you imagine the movie Batman if they show the bat signal upside down? That's pretty much what would happen right now.
Yeah.
Like, wow, is there a Mothman?
Because if I showed it to you this way, would you still think the same thing?
Oh, now I see like some kind of fly raising their hand.
There you go. So here would tell me you're not a pervert.
Got it.
Pervert.
And then I see Cambodia on both sides.
No.
Oh.
I
see a tomahawk steak. Flip it.
The Punisher.
Flip it.
To the Star Wars ship. What's it called? The
Falcon. Yeah, the Falcon. No, I see a bug hitting my windshield like that with his legs open like that.
So the way you show it also can kind of influence a person's response. So it's pretty interesting when you kind of like ask different people what they see. A lot of times you get a variety of different answers, but some of them are similar in like, oh, I see an animal.
Got it.
Or I see a person.
Yeah.
And they might be different animals or insects, but the fact that they see an animal and insect gives you some insight. So
if I was beaten as a child, I'd probably see something different.
Possibly.
Versus because I was very much loved and supported.
Were you coddled?
So yes, I was. Thanks, Mom.
That explains a lot. So.
Ruined me. Thanks, Mom.
How does that make you feel?
That's very relaxed. Very relaxed. Very sarcastic. Very absent of people's inconsiderate of people's feelings. Because I don't give a shit. I'm happy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And how does that make you feel?
We're going deep, baby.
So
deep probe.
We had a chance to ask some of our friends and colleagues, and we interviewed several of them and asked them, here's an image. Tell us what you think, or what does it make you feel, or what comes to mind. Yeah. And more than anything, we got some pretty good reactions. It was fun. It was fun because some of them I didn't even expect it, and it kind of went a different direction than what we originally thought. But that's the beauty of it.
We finally got
our version.
Finally got our boy Pete Fernandez on camera.
Yeah, so we asked Christine Ponce, Christine with an H, not with an
H. You'll see that fight.
Mr. John Hinshaw himself, Cindy joins us again, and then finally we got our good friend Pete Fernandez to share his side. And we showed them the same images. So we got some similar responses, but
Not the same one as we just saw.
No, we totally different. Which,
But well, we showed all 4 of them the same exact
same
images.
exact images,
Aha. Okay.
so yeah, so it was interesting to see how similar yet different.
Ink blot with a twist.
With the twist. So let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Fired up.
All right. All right. Ready? Let's party. Here we are with Cristina Ponce with an H.
Yes, and no A.
Won't do with an H.
I
I have to see this.
said Cristina. It's 'cause it's, you know why? I'm gonna turn this off. My best friend's name is Cristina with no H. She sometimes like.
Oh, Cristina with an. I'm thinking Ponce with an H.
With an H.
And so it's like that's why I asked.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like
Cristina?
racking my brain. Like,
It's like
wait a
with an
minute.
H or
Yeah.
Yeah.
no? It's no H.
There's no H.
Okay.
It's like there's wait. Where's the H going? Ponce.
Fonse. Fonse.
Yeah.
So it's no H in Cristina.
There is an H. in
There isn't,
Christine.
okay.
There's no A because my name's not Christina.
My wife.
It's Christine. Here we are with Christine Ponce. Christine with an H, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're gonna do the Rorschach test,
She's ready to fight us. Like.
aka ink block test.
Lead to the-
Right. So you know how this works.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna show you an image. Tell us what comes to mind. How does it make you feel?
Sounds good.
All right, first image. There you go.
It looks like 2 deer. A deer here, a deer here. and, like,
Oh
some
wow.
everywhere here. Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
All right.
Very Christmassy, very on brand.
I
with
thought
the
like the
holidays.
Punisher, you know, that Marvel
Oh yeah.
kind of thing,
That's-
you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Here. All right.
Pick number 2.
Number 2. Number what comes to mind? How does it make you feel? What do you think of?
Oh no, poor Will. Okay, so
Poor Will.
poor Will.
Nick's like, what?
Jada never got over Tupac. It was doomed from the beginning. Poor Will. Poor Will.
I mean, would you?
That's
Yeah,
true.
mhm. Just
That's
saying.
well. He was cheating on her too.
Yeah, Tupac got over Jada.
So,
Yeah, but
yeah, that's
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah.
We're soulmates. Did he know that? Like, like, dude. Right?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Here's third one.
They have really good hair. All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them?
All of them. All of them. Yeah. Yeah. Even Chris. No flyaways. No nothing.
Okay.
They all have really good hair.
Have you seen the one where how they look if they were poor?
I've never watched an episode of the Kardashians. Like,
Oh, so that's why.
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
Yeah.
I've-
Do you know who Ray J is?
I know why they became famous. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
all that
I know.
matters. That's really all.
I do.
Yeah, because of OJ and because of Ray J.
Well, you know, their mom is a genius. Like in terms of
Absolutely.
marketing.
How do you
and
make a porno
management.
into how many billionaires?
Yes, and who do you think released it?
The
Yeah.
Mama,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
she's
wasn't a Ray J.
Momager?
It was,
She's an absolute genius.
yeah.
Momager?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
taking anything away from her. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. No.
So
Yeah,
she,
and
she
not-
coined that term, momager, right?
Yeah, and no shame. Sex work is work. No shaming here.
Yeah. So, I mean, Britney Spears' parents tried that, blew that one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. But
They should have read
they
the
did.
book.
Kris
Well,
Jenner,
because Britney
amen.
wasn't with it.
Still
It
isn't.
sounds like Kim is. Yeah, yeah.
She's got knives now.
Yeah.
She's got knives.
She got that. She posted a video of her butt naked with her cheeks bouncing on the beach. I'm like, wait. Oh yeah, she posted. You can see the tagline. She actually posted stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. It's like a leaked video, but she leaked it.
Yeah, she leaked it. She's reclaiming her.
She
her
leaked
story.
it on her own Instagram.
Yeah.
You boy, she is. She sure is. Yeah.
Last
Save Britney.
but not least,
Mhm.
this is my favorite.
Muffins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel. It gives me a little bit of anxiety
How
because
about turn around? Turn around. Okay.
muffins remind me of Costco. And I hate Costco.
Even those?
Even those. Yeah,
Wow.
Muffins.
They look
They remind me of Costco. Yeah, Costco is the first thing that I think of when I think of muffins. Because I just went to Costco and bought blueberry muffins. Oh my.
And these aren't favorable for like they don't give you anything.
I'm not really a fan of muffins. My kids eat them, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not. I don't love muffins.
That's the first.
Yeah.
Do all counselors think this way? I'm
No.
wondering.
Do they all? Are they all?
Do counselors
muffin
like
aversion?
muffins?
Some might. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Would you say most?
I can't say most. I don't have the data to back that up. I would say some.
Well, God, I just can't get over AJ.
Oh,
Genius.
man. Anyways, well, thank you for
You're
sharing
welcome.
your thoughts.
Thank you, Christine with an H.
Thank
Christine
you.
with an H. You heard it.
Ponce
All
with
right.
no H.
Walter
Okay.
with no H.
Thank
Let's say
you.
with no H. Curve. You have a second? You ever heard of the ink blot test?
Rorschach. See, he knew now. He knew. We're ambushing you.
We want to show you a couple of pictures. Well, more than a couple. Of
So you know the Rorschach test, ink blot, what have you. What is the first thing that comes to mind? And how does it make you feel? Mr. John Hitchson, put to the test. Witness right here.
Mic check.
We're good to go.
So Rorschach test. First thing that comes to mind. Are you ready?
No, I think you should back up and explain to everybody that I knew exactly what you were talking about before you walked in and gave me the question.
He knew exactly what we were talking about before we explained what we're doing in the interview. I said ink blot. He said Rorschach.
That's right.
Impressive.
That's why he's the John Hitchson.
All right, now I'm ready. I see a demon, and it makes me feel excited that I see a demon.
Where's the demon?
That's not the point of the Rorschach test.
Who's taking the test here?
That's
You?
what I'm saying.
There.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm being
Have a seat.
tested. I'm being tested.
All
All
right.
right, ready?
Yes.
Number 2.
That makes me feel that you know what? You stumped me on this one. I could go down the good road.
Yeah.
I could go down the bad road. I'm going to go down the good road.
Oh God.
And if Will Smith would have went up there on the stage and put his arm around Chris Rock and said, look, man, let me explain to you what's going on before you make a fool out of yourself. Oh my God, we would be having a different conversation right now.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, Will Smith went gangster, and he did what he had to do. That's what he thought he had to do. Okay.
Speaking of gangster,
one of the downfalls of society is right there on that paper. That and anything that is a Real Housewives show. If it's on in my house, because my wife sometimes catches glimpses.
at least the housewives have jobs.
I am out of the room. I am
Uh-huh.
out of the room. I think it is the worst thing, and I'm more stupid because of it.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I'm stupid
That's
because a lot of
phenomenal.
things. And of course,
Flip it around.
Oh man, that's the best of the 4.
absolutely.
I mean,
I agree. Unless you want to talk about Ray J. But
oh man, that makes me excited for Christmas. That makes me excited for everything.
I can smell it.
I
Yeah.
need some butter right now.
Yeah,
I need some butter right now.
I need a color printer. That's right.
That's exactly what you need.
is that
That
in
would
the budget?
improve. That would improve
Is
the
that in the
quality of
budget?
this question.
You need to tell the executives.
Right now, I'm thinking butter.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm thinking right now.
Oh, yeah. Slather with butter.
I'm thinking about the word slather.
Oh, God, yes.
How about moist?
Huh? Moist.
Questionably.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Mr.
All right.
Mitchell. Thank you very
Hopefully
much.
that helps. I hope that
You always do.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
All right, Cindy, you know the drill.
Yes, I'm gonna
Ink
tell
blot.
you what I think of.
What do you think? What do you feel when you see the following images?
Okay.
Here's the first image.
Ink blot test.
How does it? Yes, but
Like duh,
what do you see beyond?
Ink.
Look beyond.
a skeleton face. I
Why?
don't know. Well, I don't know. It's an ink blot. It's an ink blot thing.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you?
imagination go?
Was it? How does it make you feel?
Scary. It looks scary. It looks like a skeleton. What am I supposed to say?
That's it.
That's
You're
it.
good.
What? You guys are asking me what I'm thinking. I'm telling you what I'm thinking, and then you have a problem with what I think.
I
don't
don't have
know.
a problem with it at all.
I'm just trying to dig deeper.
So you guys like my therapist?
Yes.
Jeez.
Unfortunately.
I'm a street therapist. I've been told.
Oh, well, yes.
Okay. Speaking of
That
therapy.
explains a lot.
Speaking of therapy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very dysfunctional.
Big Willie style.
Big Willie
Dysfunctional. But you know what? Surprisingly dysfunctional, because everybody thought they were the perfect couple, that they had like the perfect
yeah.
marriage.
Yeah.
But then
I was jealous of Will Smith for a while.
yeah, I thought they
'cause
had the
That
perfect
Jada in
couple.
that will love.
Yeah, I really
J.
did.
Cole.
Oh, that's right.
That Jada in that will love.
J.
So
Cole
that's
song.
what I think. I think it's sad. Like when I see that picture,
Mhm.
because I thought they were the perfect couple, and then it turns out that they have a lot of.
Those of us with dysfunctional marriages, we had
Yeah.
work, right?
I guess,
Done.
yeah.
Speaking
Speak
of
for yourself. My marriage is perfect.
speaking of
Yes.
beautifully sad.
Okay, let's see. Next one. The Kardashians.
Kardashians.
They're really pretty. I know everybody hates them, but you know what?
What?
It's not about them right now. It's
They're
about you.
beautiful, and I think they're smart.
How?
Think about
Who's
the
smartest?
mom is the smartest
That's it.
because she's capitalized on her beautiful daughter.
What do they call her? The
Momager or
Momager.
mom manager, right?
Wow,
Yeah.
momager.
Yeah.
Right?
you're,
I used to watch the show. I liked it.
I thought you still
Talk
do.
about dysfunction.
Yeah.
You know,
Amen.
lots of dysfunction.
Hmm.
No, I don't watch it anymore. I don't have time. I have kids.
Yeah.
I
And kids.
I have
ruin everything.
teenagers.
All right. Last but not least, and this is my absolute favorite.
Okay.
I think this would be your favorite too.
Mm.
Are they blueberry muffins?
Yes.
Blueberry
Mm.
muffins.
You can tell us.
So the first thing that comes to mind is lonja, because what is a moment on the lips is a lifetime on your hips.
Mm.
What?
That's the
Yeah.
best.
You haven't heard of that saying
Moment
before?
on lips, lifetime on
Yeah,
hips.
like that looks delicious.
But remember,
I
hips
shouldn't
don't
have
lie.
it.
I think it was like Confucius who said that. The hips
Somebody.
don't lie.
Sounds worth it.
Yeah.
So
That's like perfect for this time of year. Nice and cold outside. Warm muffin with a nice cup of coffee. Oh, best.
that's a great way to end it.
Breakfast of
Nick and Renee,
champions.
that a warm muffin. What do you think of receive Renee?
No, doesn't matter.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you, Cindy.
Here is Mr. Fernandez, and we are asking about the ink blot test, and we want to see your reactions, your feelings, your emotions once you see them. You ready?
Let's do this.
All right, first one.
Hit me. I'm thinking of an orc, Lord of the Rings.
What's
don't
it?
know why.
I don't even know what
Yeah,
an
an
orc
orc.
is. No.
those beasts.
Raw.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis.
I'm getting orc vibes.
Okay, orc vibes. All right, orc vibes. So that's a normal ink blot test. They show you what is that? How does this make you feel? Cindy, what did Cindy say? She's like, I'm scared. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. All right, here's another one. You ready for the key? Here we go.
Let's do this.
Boom.
Oh. In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
That's right.
Not Tupac.
Yeah. That's it. It is not Tupac. No,
Not Tupac,
no,
baby.
it is not.
How does it make me feel?
Anything that comes to
I
mind?
feel disgusted, man.
That's right.
All right, next.
All right, ready? Buckle your seatbelt. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
The
You're
Kardashians.
recording, huh?
Kardashians.
Thank you, Ray J.
Yeah. It's exactly where my head went. Yeah. It's exactly where
Ray
my
J.
head goes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they should
okay.
all like write him into his will or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Into their will.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sure they don't get it. I'm sure they'll thank Kris Jenner, who is also significant. Yeah, the mastermind, right? All right, one more. You ready?
What's that? Blueberry muffins.
Yeah, it's blueberry muffins.
Blueberry muffins, man.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like toasty and warm, and
Yeah, we're low budget. We couldn't
The
get you color,
holidays.
but
I can smell them. I can smell them. Yeah.
So there
I
we
wish
go.
I could say that's my childhood, but I never had another child. But yeah, these are dope.
Yeah.
Man.
This doesn't take you back to Pan Azteca or anything like that.
No, it doesn't.
No.
But you know,
Yeah,
this
good
is
smell.
more novel. It's
All
good
right.
stuff.
All right, Mr. Fernandez, that's it. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Okay.
So, what did you think about that? Okay, let me ask you this: of the four, which stood out to you, or which comment stood out to you the most?
I mean, obviously, when Pete went Ray J, I was like, well, that's just Because I just
Well, yeah.
look at the Kardashians don't have any talent. So the fact that they're famous for being famous,
Mhm.
and I think Mr. Hinshaw said that like this is a downfall of society.
I think
Like, what are they actually talented? And you see them, and I love when they have that clip of Kanye. You hear that? We don't have a jacuzzi. Like he was mocking his wife, now his ex-wife at the time. And so like, who's really crazy, right? Everybody thinks Kanye is crazy, but at least Kanye is like a musical freaking genius.
Mhm.
What's Kim talented at? And so Ms. Fernandez, he went Ray J, which that's where my heart is. Whenever I see the Kardashians, I always mention like, hey, thank you, Ray J, because hey, thank you, Ray J. And actually, Kris Kardashian,
and
Kris Jenner,
that's kind of
Kris
what
Jenner's an absolute legend. Kris Jenner is a real talent.
Several of them mentioned
the
Kris
momager,
Jenner, right? That's kind of how it started.
The momager.
So I think Christine mentioned it.
Yeah.
Cindy mentioned momager.
Yeah.
But they also mentioned like, man, she's pretty smart as far as business goes.
Yeah.
To kind of like take their talents and run with it.
And Will Smith and Jada.
So and that was one of our favorite.
Biggest star in the world to. Man, you talk about like you're married, like even if you're not married, you're the beneficiary of a large fortune. And this fool is just going to keep on going. And she brought that fool down. I mean, he did it himself. In the end, he should take responsibility, which he absolutely is. But now, like she's burying him just to shame and like from the open marriage to we haven't even been married in 7 years, or we haven't been together. By the way, she had sex with her son's friend. Like things like that. Dude, why are you saying this stuff on camera?
What's that word she used? No, I was in not a predicament. It became like a viral
not
thing.
A situation.
Not a situation. I can't.
Entanglement.
I was in an entanglement.
She was like, dude, why did this stuff have to be mentioned on camera? That's why I hate gossip. People say, hey, man, did you hear what happened? Like, no, don't tell me. I don't want to know. It's not going to improve me as a person. It's like the scene in The Matrix, right? Ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know cheese, man. I'm not going to be involved with them ever in my life. They're going to walk by him, hi, bye, hey, what's up, how you doing? So walk by him now, there's going to be stuff in my head. I don't want this stuff in my head.
Where's the value in it? And in a way, if you think about it, Jada Pinkett Smith kind of took down the empire of Will Smith.
Exactly.
He was one of the leading Hollywood actors.
Yeah. I mean, she has more talent than the Kardashians, but what has she ever done? Name something she came out in. I can name one thing, and that is Menace to Society. I've never even seen Set It Off, but she was a girl.
Menace to Society.
She was a maid. She was like the hot girl in Menace to Society.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the guy who went to prison, and then the little kid hooked up with her later in the movie.
Dude,
but you know what?
The only one I remember is Set It Off.
I don't even think I saw that.
Oh man, that's a great movie. Queen Latifah's also in there.
Oh, maybe I should watch it. I'm a big fan.
Great.
I'm a fan of Latifah.
Yeah, the Queen. So we said, hey, how about we do our own ink blot?
Let's mess with each other.
Let's put each other to the test. And I selected a few images. You selected a few images.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them. You haven't seen mine.
Yeah.
And we said, hey, what do you think of, or what comes to mind when you see these following images?
I mean, I had one, but then Cindy
messed it
up. Messed mine up. And
do you want to go first or me?
Let's do rock paper scissors.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Ready?
God damn.
All right. So I will.
You know, somebody even told me, "Are you ever gonna win a rock paper scissors?" Apparently not.
Hey.
And right now I was thinking, all right, what did you pick last time? Screw it. I'm going with the rock.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I haven't told anyone.
No, don't tell me, because then it's gonna ruin future rock paper scissors game.
I was the 6th grade champion in rock paper scissors tournament.
Yeah, but it doesn't help if you're playing against an idiot.
Well, I'm just saying, I have experience.
Yeah,
you know? I have a black belt in rock paper scissors. So
look, it's like
just throwing it out there. Yeah,
it's like if you're in a dunk contest with a midget right now. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my first image. Take your time if you need to. Right. What do you think of, or what comes to mind, or how does it make you feel?
Okay. Should we go back and forth?
I'll show you 3 and you show me 3.
Okay, let's party.
Cool. All right. Again, I haven't seen his images. He hasn't seen mine, so here's the first one.
Selena está aquí. What did they say in the movie? The lady at the dress store. you wouldn't be interested in that dress. Like that's what comes to mind. Oh, the greatest Mexican American quote of all time from the dad was that what is it? You have to be more Mexican than Mexican, and you have to be more American than the Americans. And so, of course, me growing up not knowing Spanish, damn, it was rough.
So you can relate.
I was actually okay in sports, so that's the only reason why I survived. Otherwise, I would have been the kid they stuffed their head in the toilet. I'm sure. Yeah, I would have been that kid.
So how does that make you?
Or maybe I would have done my homework. Maybe I would have gone like UCLA or something. No, I wouldn't have. But I don't have that kind of talent. But you get the idea.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the first one. Here's the next one.
Selena está aquí.
All right. Here's the next one. We've actually gone into this before a little bit, but let's put it on record. How do you feel about this next image?
I probably said J-Lo. Oh yeah. Oh, I just had it. Oh.
Mm.
All right. I just had some pozole yesterday, and I even heated it up in the microwave, and I was like, it was so good, and like the flavor is kicking so much that the mocha started coming out a little bit.
Oh.
That's when you know. Woo! That's when you know it's hitting.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah, it's my wife's tia Connie. Ooh, man, she gets down. Yeah.
Cuando te salen los mocos, that's when it's good. It's spicy.
Oh, it's
right?
coming out already. Just thinking about it. I could.
All right, so bro, go ahead and answer the question. Menudo or pozole?
Situational. It's really situational. Like people ask me, what's my favorite food overall, and it's just what's my favorite alcohol? Well, it's just situational, right? So
why limit yourself or tie yourself to one thing?
Yeah,
that tells me a lot about you.
Yeah,
the fact that you won't choose.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Get married? Oh.
All right. Okay, so I don't know which one to show you next.
Smart man.
I know how you feel about this one.
Oh no!
But I don't know.
You're not showing me your ex-principal, are you?
No. No.
Thanks, Cindy.
But I'm gonna show you this one.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell me how you really feel.
All right. Dude, why? All right. Look, I just posted on Instagram, and it reminded me of this scene in Major League. You remember the movie Major League? And they're seeing the lineup, and the team's terrible. And they see the roster, and then the two guys on the railway station, like, who are these fucking guys? Like that. Like, that's how I feel when I saw the guys that we traded for Soto. When we traded for Soto, that's how. So Soto, all right, people complain about it. He's a terrible outfielder.
Soto, first off,
but his plate discipline is phenomenal. I wanted him to stay. What are you gonna do? Oh, they know. It's like criticizing President Biden or President Trump. It's like, dude, you're not there in the office office. You don't know the secrets. So shut the hell up, right? Same thing with Juan Soto or the GM of the Padres. All I can do is cross my fingers and hope. I really hope they sell the farm because I hate having hope. And we discuss this all the time. So move on. That was painful. Thank you.
I love it.
That was painful.
Love it. Juan Soto just got traded to the Yankees for a bunch of minor leaguers.
Somebody said, you don't know this pitcher? No, I don't. I don't. Just don't. Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Let's end on a positive note.
Okay. This is our ex-principal.
Here we go. How does this make you feel?
Teddy. The splendid splinter. Yeah, right. That made me feel warm.
I knew this would.
Hey, whenever I see this baseball player in my classroom, and I have his book, The Science of Hitting, and just religious about that guy, right?
Ted Williams.
Yeah. If he had a church, I'd be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just 406, 1941, baby.
Here. You can hold on to this one. I know it holds a special place in your heart.
Put it down my pants.
Yeah. I didn't know, and I know he's a San Diego native and stuff, but I didn't know this for a long time.
He's half Mexican.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I had no idea that he was because, I mean, Williams is not typically, I know some, Mexicans that are Williams or Clarks, et cetera, and they're not like your average sort of Latin-based names, but there you go. So I knew that would have a special place in your heart because not only is he from San Diego, you're a Padres fan, but because of how great of a hitter he was. Yeah. Arguably the best hitter.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Yeah. My favorite player of all time is a blatant racist, but I can't, I love Ty Cobb. I can't help it. Yeah. I don't adopt his political values, but oh God, I love him.
Skill.
But Ted Williams is right there. Anyway.
We switching seats?
Yeah.
All right, let's switch seats here.
Okay.
All right. Put me on the seat. All right. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
You ready? All right.
I'm sweating.
Stick with that baseball note.
Okay.
All right. Cover your heart. You ready? 1955, Bobby Thompson.
God.
Yeah. Hey, they even stole signs there. How about that? You were cheated for the first time again.
Hey,
There it is.
You gonna let me do this or what?
What?
Who's taking the test here?
Ah, shit.
You or me?
Oh, sorry. I get excited.
Okay.
Bob.
Heartbreak. That's what comes to mind. Like heartbreak. It's especially because it's the Giants and you know when we talked about rivalries. You know, we brought up the idea: are the Padres the Dodgers rivalries? And if you ask any Padres fans, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're rivals." You ask any true Dodger fans, they're like, "Oh, they're just the little brother that you know wants to play." But the Giants are your rivals, and historically, that's like the classic example of heartbreak in sports.
It's like it's kind of like if my Mexicali team played one time against any major league team, like we're rivals. Yeah. Like that, kind of like that. That's what it is.
Let's move on.
All right, here we go.
Subject.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Jello. I think of Jello.
You better think of Jello.
I think of Jello. Oh my God.
Say it.
9/11.
Bill Cosby on 9/11.
Oh my God.
If you've ever seen Ted 2.
You know what? What? How does that make me feel? It's like sad because it's like it's a sad American story, you know, rise of fame, success, celebrity, so you gave back to a bunch of people in the community.
You don't want to go get a drink with me?
But then it's like, but he did these things, you know, here, hey, take this pill without you knowing or whatever.
Yeah.
So it kind of, and it reminds me, and I think of him, it reminds me of that skit that Dave Chappelle had where he's like a superhero, but in order for him to use his superpowers, he has to do something super inappropriate. I'm not going to get into it, but if you ever know, if you ever watched Dave Chappelle, you know what I'm talking about. Let's move on.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
You kind of went there, but here it is.
Oh man,
that's right, baby. Yeah, I hope you're wearing your cup.
What a dirty
cup of your heart. I went there.
That's talk about backstabbing.
Yeah,
you know, like.
What's her name?
Yolanda.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But looking at it, it's like, dang, man, she like took down what eventually, and she was on her way to become a cultural icon anyways.
How old was she?
She was in her 20s, you know, like.
Yeah.
And man, like.
All the big stars are 27. I don't think she was 27 yet, but.
She was beautiful.
All right, you want to hear something positive about Yolanda?
Oh, hold on. Let me add this though. Yes. I'm gonna admit to something.
Yeah.
That I didn't like Selena when I first heard her, only because my sister would play her CD over and over and over again. And it's because I was like, God, turn it off. I'm tired of hearing Amor Prohibido en Apartamento 512.
So I felt about 80s music.
You know, so I didn't like her first, but then, you know, it's catchy and it became more popular. And I was like, okay, you can dance to it.
It's iconic.
And you know, she's super hot.
If you go walk into a Mexican party and you say F Selena, you might get shanked.
Yeah.
No, you will get shanked.
It'll be justified too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you ready? One more.
Okay. You know why I laugh? Because it's funny. My salary when I was in Arizona, it's funny, but it's sad. You know, it's like I laugh because it's sad.
Yeah.
You know,
I think Public Enemy wrote a song about that. Oh, damn! When I get to Arizona.
So, and people ask me all the time, "Oh, how much do you make?" Listen, I'm not gonna go around telling people how much I make.
Whatever you're making, double it. That's how much I make. Like that, pretty much, right?
Well, at this point, it's more than that. You know, but it's public record. You can look it up. But, yeah.
Wait, how are you gonna not rip up Bill Cosby? But you ripped that one up.
Yeah,
you didn't even rip up Yolanda.
It's because I'm stepping.
That's how bitter you are?
It's because I'm stepping on him.
Oh.
You know, that's how I feel about that. But
when you're a peasant?
Yeah. Speaking of
before
peasants.
Before you can afford your
Speaking of peasants,
okay,
this is a great way to segue into
you want to do best of the week? Okay.
Let me go first.
Let's switch. I don't drink your coffee.
So you said peasant, right? Best thing I've seen all week, and it's pretty, you know, all my friends and family know this by now. Last weekend I went to Besame Mucho Festival, right? Hands down the best concerts I've ever been to because it was back to back to back to back to back. It was Molotov, Mago de Oz.
Oh, they were there.
Yeah,
That's what-
Caifanes, Maldita Vecindad.
And my wife, I told my wife you were going to this. And she's like, she got all excited. Like, really, you excited? Okay, cool. Like,
And I had seen several of them before, Enanitos Verdes, Hombres G, Maná, but to see them all in the same place at the same time, you know, when do you ever get to see the musicians that you listen to?
It made you want to take pills from Bill Cosby. Yeah?
Different story. But back to the peasant comment. We had VIP passes. We had the wristbands.
Tell me about the toilets.
And
tell them about the toilets.
Well, here's the funny part. I ran into some good friends of mine, old friends from like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And we're like, they had VIP, and we're like, hey, like jokingly, let's go see what it's like to be a peasant and go to general admission at bathrooms. Because the bathrooms in VIP were like trailers, like clean, like it was cold that night, so it was warm, you know, you go in or whatever. So it was like perfect, you know, and getting VIP was worth it just because of the bathroom situation. If you've ever been to a festival, like let's say Coachella or another big music festival, if you're like in the middle of the crowd, like part of like getting to the restroom is a mission, right? So that alone was worth it. So we would kind of joke like, oh, let's see what the poor people are doing, like as a joke, because my brothers were in the general admission area. But like we would just kind of joke and
like any big venue where there's like a bunch of people in the toilets, right? You walk into the bathroom. The worst part is especially the guys. I don't know how it is the women's restroom because I don't know how often women pee on the floor, but guys, like you're slipping, you're like this. Like
there's a little slippage.
You have to you got to focus. You definitely have to focus.
But anyways,
so not having to urinate with the Arizona teachers is a big deal. You're saying, all right, I got it.
So yeah, that was the best thing I've seen all week. Best on Mucho Festival.
I wrote down like 3 things.
Choose one. We're on time here. Gotta go home.
Okay, my speech to kids inappropriate, as always. I would say I changed these lights.
Oh.
Now I don't know how well. Let me see. I don't know how well it comes out.
Oh,
in there. Okay. Watch. I'm gonna hit the lights.
Okay.
You ready?
Hit the lights and see how it pops out.
One.
It feels like Christmas in here.
There it is, baby.
Yeah.
There it is. So it's lit the hell up, and actually, it still comes out on camera.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There it is.
Look at this lighting. My ADHD kids, they can only have so much peripheral vision when they can't see all the way across the classroom. How do I know this about my ADD kids? Because
poster child. Poster child.
Here you are. So here we are. That is my best of the week. So on that note,
hey, let's get in the Christmas spirit next time.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know,
need my ugly sweater.
All right, let's do it.
All right, I gotta pee like I'm at a freaking concert.
All right, let's get out of here. See you guys next time.